These are what I'm calling battling random walks. You're looking at 3 different instances of the exact same program. So in all 3 cases, the code is exactly the same, but because there's randomness involved, you get 3 different results. Let me show you how it's done. I'm starting in Game Lab on code.org. Just made a new project right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is make some variables. I have a variable to control the X position of the circle I'm going to draw, another for the Y position. I'm going to randomly move left and right. So to sort of digitally flip a coin to see which way I go, I've made a variable called xFlip. It currently has no value. Same thing for the Y flip. And then I've made a variable to control how fast things go. Let's add one more for the size of the thing that I'm making. So size, and we'll start it out at 20. Now let's go ahead and draw the item on the screen. I'm going to do fill, a no stroke, and an ellipse. All right, I've filled that with variables to tell it where left and right, where up and down, and use the size variable to determine how big it'll be. So I've drawn something on the screen. Let's start with red. Now I'm going to digitally flip a coin and use that to determine which direction, left or right, my item is going to go. xFlip gets a random number between 0 and 1. If the random number assigned to xFlip is greater than 0.5, that circle is going to move to the right. If it's not greater than 0.5, it's going to move to the left, which you see right here. So that should already create some movement left and right. We want to do the same thing now up and down. So I'm going to copy and paste all this and then change all these X flips to Y flips and X positions to Y positions. Now it's randomly moving around everywhere. I can speed it up a little. Yeah, that's fun. Now I would like, if it goes off the screen, for it to start back at the beginning. So we'll do one more giant if to take care of that. Then we'll move on to the other colors. We're going to say if the X position gets greater than 400, so it goes off the screen this way, or if the X position gets less than 0, so it goes off the screen over here, or if the Y position is greater than 400, it goes off the screen this way, or if the Y position is less than 0, it goes off the screen this way. If any of those 4 things happen, we want to put the circle right back in the middle. So these vertical bars are our OR, so that it's checking for any of these conditions that you see between them. And in any case, we just want to set X position and Y position back to 200. So now anytime it goes off the screen in any direction, it restarts back in the middle. I'm going to put a comment up here showing this is where the red one starts. I know that's kind of obvious from the fill right below it, but as this gets longer and messier, it may get a little confusing. So I'll put a blue right here for the next one. Now the next one's actually going to be a lot easier because we've already done all the work. So the first thing we're going to do, we need these first 4 variables again, and there's probably a more efficient way to do this, but I'm just going to copy and paste them and put a 2 at the end of all of them. Okay, so now we've created these with the 2 that will help control our blue one. I'm also going to need all of this code again for the blue one, and I'm going to have to change all those variables in these blanks to 2s. I'll copy every bit of this, change the fill blue here, and then I'll just go through adding a 2 to everything. I'll speed it up so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. Okay, so now we have 2 of these running the exact same code and sort of taking over each other. If I can do it twice, I can do it 3 times. So I've just copied those again, and I need those 4 variables at the top. Time I'll put a 3 on the end. And then down here in my green code, I'll have to go through and put a 3 on the end of each of them. Might as well do it a 4th time, right? All these yellow warnings are because I haven't yet made the 4 variables. So let's go up here and do that. Take the original 4. cool thing is now that we have all of them made, we can change the size of them. It's just this one spot right here, and it will change the size of everything. We can change the speed of them with just this one, and it will change all of them at the same time, making cool, unique designs. Now to see this produce different results at the same time like I had at the beginning, I'm just going to take this share link, copy, paste it into a new tab, and then we can do that a few times. All right, let's refresh all of them. The same program running 3 different times, getting 3 different results. This is how you make what I call battling random walks.